Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel. So today I'm going to tell you about the newest fragrance from Juliette has gone, and it's called Juliette. And I was so looking forward to get my hands on this fragrance because it is about cherry, and I love cherry, and my kind of love and obsession with cherries. Well, it didn't start yesterday, not a couple of years ago when cherry was on top of the fragrance Olympus. It actually started 20 years ago. I have always loved cherries. So when I saw it, and I do have this kind of leaflet that they sent to me with my order. I did order a 7.5 ml mini size, and they were so nice to include a sample with that, so I decided to try the sample first. And I actually have to say that I'm glad I did try a sample first. So this is this little leaflet, and it says that born to be iconic on this side. So the notes of this fragrance are dark cherry, pink pepper, absolute jasmine, cashmere and tonka bean, and ambroxan. So these are the notes of the fragrance. I do have my 7.5 ml item, as well as I do own a sample. So I have to start with saying that if you're on the market for a cherry fragrance with a prominent cherry, with a true cherry, it might be jammy cherry, it might be kind of realistic cherry, darker cherry, but still a cherry, this might not be for you, because while you can feel that the cherry is there, and the cherry is there, it is not very potent. It's not about cherry, this fragrance. It is about all the ingredients well blended together, but it's not about cherry. Now, do I regret getting this fragrance? Absolutely not. Do I think it's a good fragrance? Absolutely, I do think it's a good fragrance. I have to tell you that I like this fragrance. I can feel the cherry, and the cherry here is very beautiful. It's kind of this sour cherry, very lush and opulent and nice and juicy, but it's very understated. So it's like a little nod to cherry trend of today, but it's not just about the cherry. I would define this fragrance as this kind of fruity, like flowery cherry fragrance. I can feel a lot of jasmine here and sweetness, the sweet jasmine and cherry fragrance. It is such a beautiful, well blended fragrance, very nice. But I do think that this fragrance is kind of very everyday appropriate fragrance, because it's well blended together. There's no cherry, no jasmine, no tonka bean that pops out. These all the ingredients and the pink pepper and whatnot are very nice, very blended, and very understated. So it's very chic, it's very chic, it's very nice, it's very calm and beautiful fragrance. It doesn't stay out. It doesn't stand out, this fragrance. If you're in the market for the fragrance that really truly stands out, and you want a cherry fragrance that is very cherry, it's all about cherry, this is not it. It's not it, absolutely. By the way, if you want me to make a cherry fragrance kind of my top of cherry fragrances, let me know down in the comments below. I'm gonna make this video for you. So it's nice, it's beautiful. What was I expecting? Was I expecting this? Not quite. not quite. I have to tell you, I was expecting it to be more cherry. But I love cherry, and I was expecting more of a cherry action here. Like the same cherry as they have put here. I quite like it. But like the volume up, more of this cherryness, because it's quite calm cherry. Do I think that this could be improved for my taste? Yes, they could put more cherry in it, like more to make it more prominent, but it comes from a person that is in love with cherry for such a long time. I do love cherry. I'm a cherry fanatic, but if you are not a cherry fanatic, or if you like cherry but you don't actually love cherry, that you're not crazy about cherry, you kind of tolerate cherry, you have nothing against it, but you love flowers and you also like tonka bean, and you like this very nice and understated but still beautiful fragrances, this is for you. This is for you. This is a very nicely blended and beautiful fragrance. In my opinion, to be a day to night fragrance, it kind of lacks in this flowery area, in cherry area. If this fragrance would be more dense, more flower power kind of, it would be a day to night fragrance, obviously. But it's kind of everyday fragrance, in my opinion. It doesn't make this fragrance a bad fragrance, it's a good fragrance. It's just that it's very calm. And I guess this is what I wasn't expecting from this brand, because I do love the Lady Vengeance, and I have tried all the fragrances they have. And all of these fragrances, they were like potent and in your face, like the Lady Vengeance, and I do have the older version of it. It's like, it's very potent, and this one is not. So it's kind of a change in this area, but it's a good fragrance. I like it. And if you like the notes, because even though the cherry isn't prominent, there is a cherry and you will be feeling it. And there is white flowers. Now, the white flowers, jasmine in this occasion, is not indolic. It's not an indolic jasmine. It's kind of nice and calm and pretty, nice jasmine, flowery, beautiful jasmine, without this kind of indolic note that can be irritating. So if you like indolic jasmines, this fragrance isn't for you. If you like the smoky cherry, I personally dislike smoky cherry. I do much prefer the cherry, the sweet cherry, the sour cherry, but kind of nice and calm and not smoky one. But yeah, I would wholeheartedly recommend you to test this fragrance, because the cherry is here, the flowers are here, the tonka bean is absolutely here. You can feel it, you can smell it, and it's beautiful. The longevity of this fragrance is good. As you know, I always make just one spray. And one spray, it kind of takes me maybe 3 to 4 hours, which is, in my opinion, is a good sign. It's a good sign, because on average 1 to 3 hours is a range for me, but this one is 3 to 4 hours, which is good. I would prefer this fragrance to be more cherry, and I would prefer it to be more loud, but this is how I love fragrances to be. I love my fragrances to be loud. I love my fragrances to shout. I don't like them to whisper, and this is the one that whispers. It's not a bad thing, it's just not my jam, so I will not go further than this 7.5 ml, but I will be using it with extreme pleasure. So that's everything I have to say about this fragrance. If you have it, if you have already bought it, if you have tested it, please let me know what you think of it. And yeah, I thank you for your attention, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye.